to the channel USDT Masters. So I'll just be showing you how to get ready for the day, analyzing using the time zone trading strategy. So today, what's the day today? It's Wednesday today. So how do I prepare for an entry for the week or for the days, preparing using time zone trading strategy? So firstly, I'll start on the daily. I won't look at the week because we're already inside a week. Understand? So I'm just gonna start on the daily, and what I'm gonna do is try to spot the time there. So if you check the time there, it's 26 July. So you note it down. Note it down there. 26 July. So you note it down there. So that's 26 July. So you try to find other places where it's also 26. So the other, like, where is the 26? Doesn't have to be 26 of July, just has to be 26. So we found it here, 26. So you also put it there, and you can also note it down. You can also note it down, 26. And we check another 26, at least two, or three. It will be good. Here there's no 26, as you can see. Oh, we do have, sorry, it's here, 26. And can we check the last one? Just for peace, you understand? You can check the last one. And then here's the last one there. So what we do now is to check what's been similar between all these days. That's what we check. So if I just zoom it, we just check what's similar in all the dates. What's crying out? What is it that you can see that it's crying out to tell us that there's something continually repeating in all these days, just by looking at it? I know you can already see it. I don't have to say it, but I'll say it. So what I see here is that on the 26th, there is a very high chance it's the low of, it creates like a low. I don't know how I can put it, because if we can check here, the 26th was the last low. The 26th was the last low of the day. If we check here, the 26th was the last low, as you can see. If we check here, also here, the 26th was the last low. So do you understand me? So it created the last low, then it bought for the next 2 days, created a low there, and then you can see the buy for next 2 days. But yeah, it came back, but still it was a buy. So even here, the 26, yes, it bought, but it came back. And then more than that, it seems like it creates a support. But you can see that it creates a support only if the low was on the buy side. The low was a buy, so that's when that place becomes a support. The low on the 26 was a buy candlestick, that's when that place became a support. So now we're changing direction, because now we're here and we see it that if it's been selling, the 26 becomes a turning point. So see, it was selling, so the 26 became the turning point. It was selling, the 26 became a turning point. So here there is a very, very high chance that this 26, we're supposed to draw it like that. This area could be the turning point, and then we're gonna start seeing sales. Followed, maybe it's gonna come back to retest it, and then, but the only time that this area is going to act as a support, that's only if this candlestick closes as a red candlestick. So if this candlestick closes as a red candlestick, we know that it's gonna sell for the next day. Then we're expecting it to come back. I don't know when, but we're expecting it to come back to that area to continue selling. So that's my overall overview using the time zone trading. But more than that, you can also use trend lines. So I see a possibility of a trend. Okay, I see we approached the high of, let me try to look at the weekly. I see we approached a high there, the highest high on the 18th of April. We approached it. And then I see here we created a high, and it created a higher high. And then it went down and we broke it. So if you can check here, we've been breaking market structure, going from low to high. If you can check, we went there, went low, we broke the structure, we went low, we broke the structure. So we like on an uptrend. So already we can try to also draw a trend. Can draw a trend right there. We can try to draw a trend. Also have a trend right there. Okay, but this trend has been already tested 1, 2, 3 times. So I won't use this trend. There's a very high chance if it does come back there, it's going to break. A very, very high chance. But here it's been tested once, twice. So I don't know if it's possible to push that high. It's very, very high. It's very, very high. So I'm just gonna now go to the daily to check if it's the 28th. And then this was the 12th of December. This is the 28th. This is the 15th. That's the 24th. Okay, let's go to the daily. Daily will make it much easier for us. The daily, the time zone there was 16. The time there is the 1st, the 13th. So how about the date? This is a Tuesday. This is the Thursday. This is a Tuesday. Good. So there's a very high chance that what should reject there should have been either a Tuesday or a Thursday. And we see that yesterday was kind of a Tuesday. Yesterday that came there. So this trend is rejected by Tuesday or Thursday. Tuesday or Thursday. Tuesday or Thursday. They didn't take it down properly. Yeah. Tuesday or Thursday. Okay. So yeah, immediately once you're done with that, so we see that we have a very high possibility of a sell. A very, very high one. Very, very, very high possibility that we can see a sell at that area. So coming to the lower time frames. So now we're just gonna come to the 1 hour and we're gonna check if do we spot a formation. So coming to that lower time frame, you check if there is a formation that's forming at lower time frames. So the previous formation that happened, we saw it here, an M formation here. That's the previous formation that we saw, 1, 2, then it broke market structure. So we can start counting to get ready for the next formation. The next formation. So day 1, day 2, day 3, next formation is going to happen at this day, which will be on a Thursday. That's when you're going to see the next big move. So here's day 1. Here's my day 2. Here's my day 3. And I also see a small formation there. I see a small formation there. If you can see it. A head and shoulder there. So we also check the time zones that acted at that area. So you see the time that acted there, and you also check the time that acted there, because the time that acted here and the time that acted there, this will only become a head and shoulder if the exact time also rejects at that area. So if we draw it like that, you can see that the time that acted there was 18 o'clock, and also the time that acted there was 18 o'clock. So we want 18 o'clock to be unable to reject there. That's when we'll have an entry for sales. We want 18 o'clock to be unable to reject there. So that's when now our first entry, we can set our alarm for 18 o'clock, because at that area, that's when we can say if it comes there at 18 o'clock and fails to break that area, that's when we can take the market down. Understand? That's only if 18 o'clock fails to break. But if any time comes there, like 12 breaks, okay, if 12 breaks, if 12 manages to go up and break that area, we can enter even there at 18 o'clock. 18 o'clock will be there, and we're gonna see price. So our entry, according to the time zone, is supposed to be at 18 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And bear in mind, I'm using UTC+2, which is Johannesburg in South Africa. So that's our entry there. So yeah, we spotted formation. So that's what I use with the 3 hours. And also I spot trend lines. I see a beautiful trend there, a downtrend, beautiful downtrend right there. So even there, you also check the times that rejected there, so that you can be sure with your entry. So the times that rejected there was 21, and here it's 15. So if here is 21 and here is 15, what do we want to come and reject there? We want 15 to come. That's the time we want. We want 15 to come there. That's then going to be our entry for buys. So there. So if it comes there at 18, we sell. But if it comes there at 3, we buy. There. So you can set an alarm for 2 times. 15 o'clock, make sure that it rings, because we're going to get an entry there for buys. 18 o'clock, make sure you set again your stopwatch, because we're going to get an entry there for sales. So I don't know, but it seems like there's a very high chance it might come back here first before going there, then selling, because according to the bigger picture, we are looking for sales. According to the bigger picture, we are looking for sales. According to the daily you saw, and with the 3 hours, we've seen beautiful formations and trend lines. So, but that's not all. That's not all. I'm not done. We did with daily, did the 3 hours. Now we come to the 1 hour. So with the 1 hour, I look for repetitions, because there's a very high chance that what's happening here, it's not the first time that it's happening. It has happened before. So how do we spot repetitions? We use our calendar. So it's a Wednesday today, so we're just gonna go to the previous Wednesday, which is on the 19th. Gonna go to the 19th and try to see what happened that Wednesday. And then what I see the market consolidating. I see the market consolidating and then pushing high, and then pushing high, then going for sales. That's what I see. See market consolidating on a Wednesday, then it pushes high at 3 o'clock. See a strong buy at 3 o'clock, and then it reaches a place, then it goes for sales. So the overall movement of Wednesday, I see something like this. It consolidates, then it breaks out, then it sells. That's that overall, but I'm not sure. Let's check the also another Wednesday. Let's check also another Wednesday. So we're gonna go to the 12th. Okay, so as you can see, this is the Wednesday, the consolidation, the breakout. So as you can see, the exact same movement: consolidation, breakout, then sell. So we can see that this is like a template of how Wednesday has been moving. So, and then we can see also on the 26th, we're experiencing the exact same thing. That's the consolidation. That's the consolidation. Consolidation. So if this is the breakout, we know we're gonna expect buys. Understand? That's what we know. It consolidates, breaks out, but after it breaks out, we're gonna look for buys. For buys. But if it breaks out from the top, we're gonna look for sells. So now there's a very high chance that if it does break out from the sell side, the buys might be at this area at 3 o'clock. Yeah, I hope it breaks out because it confirms what I was saying, that it's gonna come back here first, then it's going to give us a sell. That's what it confirms if it does break out from this area. But if not, I'm gonna get a bit confused, but I'll still stick to my understanding that I'm gonna wait for 18 o'clock to come to that area, and then I'm gonna look for sales. Yeah. So that's me using the time zone trading, and there is a very also high chance that it could fail completely to break here and break that area, because we know the breakout according to that. So if we check 19, we saw that the breakout happened at 3. So check the time at the bottom there, the breakout happened at 3. And if we also check the previous Wednesday, we'll check that the breakout, okay, the breakout here happened at 2. The breakout happened at 2, but 3 also just continued an extra push to the upside. But yeah, that's me with the time zone trading strategy. So just make sure that you check what's going to happen, and yeah, I'm done. Oh.